Hey guys,
Hello! This is my hand.
this is my hand, and we're here to show you some of our things. We don't have a big collection, but what we do got, we do treasure, and we wanted to show our video game swag.
So the main topic of today, video game related items, and we're sort of having a from newest to oldest, because I recently found some things in my parents' shed and attic that I thought would be really interesting, and James has a couple things.
Yeah, a couple is nice because I kind of just scrambled to find whatever I had that was video game related, and was astonished that I really didn't have much. Like, I guess as a kid I didn't keep the stuff around, like instruction manuals, boxes, and I would always throw those away, unfortunately. So
yeah, that's a whole other topic for another video.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like all my NES games, no boxes, no original boxes. I do have some of the instructions and most of like the dust cover things that they came with them, but no boxes. Super Nintendo, a bit better, have a lot more boxes and instructions intact, although not in good condition because they were heavily used.
yeah, so anyway, I'm going to start off with, this is a Legend of Zelda case that my sisters got for me for my birthday, and it's really nice. Like,
And it's for the 3DS, we should point out.
yeah, it's for the, well, it says it's for any DS system, which is true, but it fits best with the 3DS. And as you can see, my DS is here, fits nicely.
Yep.
And what the hell do I even have in here? Oh, I have Zelda Link Between Worlds.
Nice.
How apt. And yeah, it comes with this is what it came with. It came with like this little like screen wiper map, and it might be hard to make out the details, and I'm holding it upside down. But there's actually a surprising amount of detail on this little tiny like wipe map.
That's neat.
And then you got these two gigantic like sword and shield like styluses, which like
Stylus, styli? How would you pluralize those?
styluses. And I never used them yet, but hey.
I mean, generally, who would use something that was gigantic?
I don't know.
I never got the appeal for having a gigantic stylus when it's just
then,
little things.
Along with that,
It's got some.
hold on a sec, it's kind of clipping.
Yep.
There we go. Like I got like, you know, two little pouches for games, so I put my games in here, my small collection. I got Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 3 and whatnot, and Kirby Triple Deluxe. But yeah, it's very nice. It has like, it's like this faux leather, but it's very nice.
It's got the Triforce emblem.
Yeah, it has like this little button strap for like, I guess, to your belt. And there's also this like metal little latch right here, which is nice. So all in all, it's very nice craftsmanship for something that you can just get for your DS, and has a bit of a old like feel to it, which matches like the whole aesthetic for Zelda and Link being like an old school warrior, you know?
You know, his sack of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really nice. That's a really good thing Nintendo made, and here's your, don't lose that.
Yep.
So, also kind of in the same vein of handhelds, the, I guess not the most recent edition, although technically it is, Pokemon X and Y came out, and Froakie was one of the Pokemon introduced.
And did you pick Froakie for your...
I did, because I'm a loyalist to water starters.
Yeah, me too.
Bump.
Water starters.
For life. And, you know, I kind of went in not knowing anything about it, and it ended up being Greninja, which is in Smash and super popular, and has its amiibo.
Turned out great.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you now, like, I thought Oshawott was great. Like, he was so cute, and he had his little shell. And then he evolved into, like, Samurott or whatever, and I was just like, oh. I was kind of disappointed. It was, he was alright, but at the same time, I thought it was going to be something more than just like a freaking four-legged guy.
Something or other.
Unicorn thing. I don't know. It was, but he was cool. He turned out pretty cool.
Yep. Really enjoyed it, and this is a nice toy. This came out 2000 something or other. I'll look later. But yeah, really, really good stuff. It sits on my shelf. And very cute. And also, you may have noticed, sort of, on our table here, this is also something from James.
Oh, I actually wore this when I came over to him, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a video game thing. It's just my hoodie. It's, as you can see, lots of detail, but it's always, like, it's my oversized hoodie that I wear to keep myself warm, because it's been getting cold recently. And it's just Marvel vs. Capcom. And
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, sorry.
The good one.
That's what I meant to say, because 2 is the one I would always play in arcades. And
That's the one everyone always played in
yeah,
arcades.
exactly. Because you really saw one. And yeah, it was my fucking jam. I always took them for a ride and just like shit, man. This was the fighting game.
It still is. I mean, even after 3 came out, this is still the one they go
the
to.
cabinets, you find them. They're not being like dismantled or taken away because they still get the quarters, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just a hoodie I use, and now it's a tablecloth.
I'll have to show you one day, and that'll be a separate video in and of itself. I have a Marvel vs. Capcom 1 thing for the PS1. It's terrible. It's so lackluster because you can't even have like you can only pick one fighter, and all the other
like
ones
the
are just sort of
bare bones port.
Yeah, it is so bad. Playable, but it's just like really makes you wish
Like,
you had something better.
They could have like that one really makes you want to play the arcade cabinet one.
Yeah, I mean, granted they made.
I'd rather pay quarters and play it than like a free home console one because this one is so inferior.
I mean, granted the PS2 version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is great, so no complaints on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, James, go ahead.
What's next? Huh?
Well, you can show this guy off.
Oh yeah, okay. So, this is I think he's from Minish. No, Phantom. This is Toon Link from Phantom Hourglass, and it's.
They have to specify because this Toon Link and the Toon Link from Wind Waker are very different in style.
They're different. Like they follow that general cartoony style, but they are different. Like I took a closer look. I'm like, oh yeah, they look a bit different. The one that creeps me out the most is like the Spirit Tracks one. They give them these really weird look. Like it has the Toon style still, but it's like bug eyes, and it creeps me out. And I mean to go along with it, here's this game.
I actually have the game.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest, not a fan.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the weaker ones for Zelda.
No,
Still playable. But
I heard that for like the handhelds, it's kind of but.
The thing that kills it to me for the most though is the fact that it's all stylus controls.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish I'd rather be with a button.
Link, what did you do? Pick it up. Pick it up, Link. But, yeah.
But, I mean, it's not, as bad as everyone says, but definitely not one of the ones I would play again anytime soon.
The plush is nice.
The plushie's nice. Really enjoy that. So good stuff. Yeah! Alright, so now we're getting into somewhat uncharted territory for James, because he's seen one of the
I know
items.
that. Everyone knows that. Well, okay, maybe not. Everyone
But actually, we're not going to start with that one. Oh. We're going to actually start something a little ahead of that. Huh? And I have to get their accessories, but...
Oh!
Da-na-na-na, Super Fighting Robot, da-na-na-na, Proto Man, because I don't have Mega Man. These are from the Mega Man cartoon.
Yeah, no, like you can tell actually.
I
remember that guy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Don't look down here, James, because I gotta.
I'm not looking.
So they're all coming out now. But anyway, so these I played with these a lot, and there's a little bit of damage on Proto Man here because they were in a shed and it's really hot. But these are really good, really nicely sculpted, solid things. Although articulation on the legs are kind of crap. But
it's hard to get articulation on these, like...
Yeah, but arms, really good. They go all the way around. And what's neat is, when you say, hey, Proto Man, shouldn't you have, like, a gun here? Mm-hmm. Why, yes, sir.
Oh, God! What have you done? Oh, my arm!
Yep. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
And they all came with little things that sort of represent...
That's a pretty big, like, that's like Hadouken. Jeez.
It is. Proto Man, even though I don't actually have Mega Man, Proto Man and Mega Man essentially have the exact same bodies, same accessory, fireball, everything, just the head is different. So just pretend he's blue, different head, you'd have Mega Man.
He doesn't have a scarf.
So he doesn't have a scarf, when this is just a bit of plastic that came with it. Nice bit of detail. Not great, this should have been cloth, but I'll give it to him. It's good detail nonetheless. Really good sculpting on the body here. And of course the springs were really good. However, not as good as Cutman here. Because you'll notice that fireball I just flew off, kind of a chunky, heavy thing.
Yeah.
And most of the ones I've seen were pretty big like this.
Like bulbers, huh?
Very big, so they didn't have a lot of flying power. Cutman, on the other hand, well, again, really nicely done. Paint's really good.
I wanted to see if he could shoot his fist.
No. Although, and all of the things they come with, like this bit here, all interchangeable. A lot of interchangeable parts, so...
I mean, that makes sense for Mega Man, yeah.
Definitely makes sense for Mega Man. And even you can even mod some of... God mod them out, so...
Yep. There we go. You can do it.
Ultimate Cutman. Mwahaha. But Cutman here is probably the king of projectiles.
Yeah.
This is so light that this will fly across the room with incredible speed. Granted, it's shooting it up, so it's not as fast, but...
Yeah, but usually he just ducked down. And...
Exactly, you get the idea. So this bit here, really, really good stuff. And
he can shoot this one as well, huh?
yeah, you can shoot that one as well. And
from his head.
yeah, and because all their arms came off, you can just kind of swap and match around. So if you had a bunch of them, you could really have a good time with them. Sadly, I only had 2, but you know, 2's good enough for me. And Proto Man was actually my favorite of the bunch, so I had to get him, definitely. But yeah, these were really, really great back in the day. Wish I had more, and they're actually quite hard to find now at decent prices. All right, so moving on. This is one James has seen. Gotta go fast! Sonic! This is a pretty darn early Sonic, too.
Yeah, I know. You can tell because he's chubbier.
In fact, this one, and it's an official Sega
Oh, wow,
one.
look at that tail.
He has a tail. You can tell it's early now.
Barely. Yeah, tail.
This is actually from Sega 1993. So,
yeah, that's pretty early, actually.
This goes along with the cartoon, actually. This came out right around then for the first cartoon. And it's really, really nice. Really soft.
Yeah.
The quills are nice. You can spread them out if you want to, so you can give them more of a mohawky.
More of a supersonic.
Fluffed out, yeah.
Don't drink what's under the sink, Tails.
If someone's touching you and you don't like it, that's no good.
God, I was blown away when I would later on like find out who's the people that voiced my favorite characters.
Steve Urkel.
I found out it was Steve Urkel. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wow. I can hear it now. I can hear it. Like when you don't think about it, yeah.
Sort of like how the dad from the Will Smith show, whatever. What was that?
Yeah, he was
Fresh Prince.
Shredder.
He was Shredder.
Yeah, Uncle Phil was Shredder.
That's awesome. Anyway, and this is actually really, really nice. Love it. Very soft. This will probably go on a shelf now that I have it again. Woo!
Tell them I went fast.
And also, going back even further, and we are gonna cut to something later, so keep this in mind. And these are quite small, but pretty cool. We have some very early McDonald's toys for Mario. These are from 1989. So I was like, let's see, I was born in 83, so you can do the math there.
Yeah.
I think it was, what, 6? No, wait, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87.
You can do it.
88,
you
89.
can do it.
Hey, I was 6.
Oh,
So these came from McDonald's. Well, these two definitely. This one might not have, but these are all, from 89. This is just a little figurine of Mario going, bloop. Hey, and this still works. This is Raccoon Mario, so this is to go with Mario 3, obviously. And and Luigi here on a cloud.
Luigi.
And unfortunately, the white on his hat is sort of rubbed away over the years, but you can still see it there. And Mario has a really weird expression because there's a spring going up his butt. It's me. I'm not looking too good right now.
They reused that. The whole spring Tanuki thing.
Yeah.
For like the release of like Mario 3DS, which is the one where they first introduced Tanuki Goombas. I remember it was either McDonald's or it was probably McDonald's. They did it was a Tanuki Goomba with a suction cup spring action. It's kind of difficult. Yeah, there we go. Like it's so difficult to do while getting your hand out of the way for it to pop.
So yeah, these are. What do you think of these, James? These are kind of neat, huh?
This one's heavier than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, that's just a solid thing.
It's like a solid chunk of plastic. It's pretty hefty.
But nicely molded. And again, unfortunately, these have been in a hot shed, so there's some plastic wear on them. But still, relatively good condition. And that still works, believe it or not. So, hey, good stuff. And now, for the finale in terms of items, we do have one more after this. So stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to be cutting away to it because it's just too big for close-up. And a little backstory for these before I bring them out. I was invited to a Nintendo event because I was a subscriber to Nintendo Power when I was little. And this was in downtown Miami. I don't remember which year it was, but it came out the same time that Nintendo first released Fruit Snacks. Like Super Mario... It was Super Mario Real Fruit Snacks or something.
Was that
I remember
after-
this because
Was that after they released the cereal?
it was after the cereal, definitely.
Yeah.
I only remember this because there is a video somewhere, and I probably will not post it because it's on VHS, and that's a pain in the ass to convert. But there is a video of that, of little me dancing to that tune because they had a big setup of Mario landscape, and you can dance to it, and they would film it, and they did some weird filters. So I know it exists, and I know that's why.
Wow.
That's why I know that's the sort of timeline. So we can look up the years. So these might be one of the earliest I can find plushies of Mario and Luigi. Look how weird they are.
Wait, were these handed out or something?
I won this because it was during the release of Mario 3, and they had little competitions of who can get the most points or do impressive things, and I won one of them.
Man.
And these were my prizes.
That's like old school color palette for like Mario and
Yep.
shit. And they're all like fuzzy. It's weird.
Here, you can hold Luigi. Unfortunately, my childhood self clipped the tags off, so I don't know who made them and what year.
Oh, you did exactly what I always did.
So unfortunately, I've kind of ruined that one. I'm kind of mad at my younger self, but hey, I was a little kid.
Can't you look? Have you tried looking up these?
That's
same
the
ones?
thing. I tried looking for these. I cannot find them anywhere.
Wow.
That's
Holy
why I think
shit.
these might be some of the earliest known
I mean,
ones
like,
that I can
look
think
at this.
of.
Look at the hat for a minute. Like, look at that weird, like, that L is just
Woohoo!
like Times
Yippee!
New Roman printed L on his hat. That's not the typical, like, white Luigi L, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Mario's actually a bit better here. You can get a look at that.
You say that, but
Yeah, I mean,
get
granted,
all up in that.
They are weird and they're still soft, but they are showing some sign of age. Like I know on Luigi, his legs are a bit weaker, so these are a little bit on the delicate side.
Yeah.
In terms of that, so I wouldn't be playing with these too much. But yeah, even old school palette for Luigi here, like a bit of ribbon for the suspenders and sewn on buttons.
The
white
piece of
pants.
thread for the mouth is weird. Like, what is it?
Yeah, and like it's.
I know it's like being frayed from age, but still, like, it's like a sliver of like red. It's kind of weird.
But yeah, what do you think of these, man? These are strange, but definitely interesting.
I never knew that they existed, and like these.
I mean, they're decently made. They're definitely solid.
From the back, it looks like Mario's a chimpanzee in like a like a chimp in like a jumpsuit, you know?
Yeah.
Like overalls. It can double as a Super Monkey Ball item, but yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if anyone has any more information on these, I would love to hear it. Like it's got to be like whenever Mario 3 came out, because that was the game I know I played.
Yeah.
So probably the same year or abouts for those toys. So probably like 89 or 1990, around those times when this was available.
What's interesting to me is these are real buttons. Like,
Yep, real buttons.
they didn't use like some like some yellow circular pieces of whatever, you know?
And of course the eyes are just
Yeah, plastic.
plastic eyes.
Yeah, eyes, but
Although they do have, Luigi's got green eyes, he's got blue eyes. So there is some variation here.
it's bizarre though that they chose to use this like fuzzy like texture for everything.
Except for the feet, which are like leather.
Yeah, you think they do the same with that
The
they
shoes
did
are
with
leather.
the feet with like some other I don't know, not their skin, but something. Okay.
Yep, so we're now going to cut to something James has that's really, really cool. So, see you in a second. Jump cut. Welcome back.
Hey guys, so this is my last piece, and it's the Hyrule Historia. Very nice, and it's just
I really love the design out here. It looks like a magic book, a book of spells.
and I believe it has like there's like the medallions, and these symbols are just like I believe you see them in many of the games as like just Hylian symbols, and harp, ocarina on the cornerstones. Yeah, lots of cool shit.
This was put out by Dark Horse, 2013. It looks like from what we found.
So
And right in the beginning here, before we get to this
whoops,
page,
even earlier. Whoops.
we got a really cool picture of Miyamoto.
Yep, there he is. There is our lovable guy. Miyamoto donning his sword and shield because this is his baby, his series that he loves.
As it should be. I mean, you know how he came up with that, like the story of how he came up with this, right?
Wasn't he exploring a cave in his backyard or
Yeah,
something?
like he felt like he wanted to replicate that in video games.
Experience, yeah.
Which is such a great thing. It's like
Yeah.
it perfectly encapsulates what Legend of Zelda is. Just the exploring and going to new places.
Yeah, anyway, so here's some of the stuff in the book. Like here's V, like it shows concept art and everything, all the little details of what, like how it was, they wanted to design her, as you can see. Like here's like an in-depth detailing of all her character art, like what they wanted to include. Like it goes into a lot of detail. I've read through this. They have different hairstyles for her. Here's different other types. Like here's more of like a fae or a fairy. This one's more of like a shiny like spirit thing that glows. Like apparently little crystals around her cast light. This one's more metal, like an Iron Maiden. It's supposed to be very heavy. This one looks like some kind of alien from Metroid. But yeah, pretty cool. And what's next? There was another. Oh, there you are.
We have several bookmarks here.
Yeah, but it falls through. Another thing we wanted to show you was
It actually has some chronology for all the games. Try to figure out where things take place.
Because man, has that always been a heated debate in the gaming community for a while?
But
like,
here it is,
an
official Nintendo release.
Yeah,
and here it is, in black and white.
It shows
many colors.
all the order of things of like where the timeline splits, the hero succeeds, the hero dies, what happens afterwards, and so on. It's very interesting to look through. You get to see how everything fits into play, like the three goddesses, the different. What are these? Oh yeah, their crests. See, these are their crests on the cover. Den, Nehru, and Fior.
Courage, wisdom, and power.
Yeah.
I don't know if in that exact order, but that's what they're supposed to represent.
And beyond that, we
I
have
bookmarked this
some of that.
because they include some of the art that was in like the instruction manuals. Like this was in Zelda 2. Like I actually have the booklet for this, and these were in it. So it's really great to see like the art that was included with the games originally in this book as well.
Yep. Like it has all of it. I remember that. And
I mean, this is iconic right here.
exactly. And what?
And here's just some early concept art. So
Early concept art, like just him fighting
just look
various
at
monsters.
Ganon right there.
Yeah, cartoon villain right there. Goofy concept art. I love it. It shows all the concept art shows all the things they were planning to do, and yeah, we get to see it like come into fruition in the game. It's something I always find fascinating. You see, like the part of the process that's always like hidden behind the stage curtain. Mm-hmm. And of course, being the biggest, sluttiest fanboy of this character, I had to like go like because this is the one that like drew me in. Like you get to see like for each character in each game. Like I showed a bit of Fee. Here's like Midna. Like
and there's so many variations.
Yeah, like
of what they were trying to go.
This
with.
was all the variation. Like here's her facial expressions. Here's a completed what the fuck was it? The fused shadow. The basically the crown for the Twilight people. And like here, this is what I really like right here, is all the different sorts of like, they really went really varying like art styles and like different things. Like all of them, there is a common factor of all of them were some kind of mask, but they look very different. This one looks like almost like some kind of thing you see in like the deep sea. Some are very tribal looking. They all have a very impish appearance, but it's a really radically different art style from what you see from most things. And like just to see how this character came into fruition, because if you don't know, Midna was just going to be like, Miyamoto was like, hey, wolf in Link form is nice, but just the player's going to get bored just staring at a four-legged wolf just running, just the back of a wolf the whole time. He's like, add something on it. So they added Midna as just like a throwaway whatever thing to add on top of Link as a rider and to direct him, kind of like Navi. But she went way more beyond Navi and became a huge part of the game.
And went from a side character to a central character.
A central character, exactly. But yeah, as you can see, it has more art for like even unusual. Like there's no Sheik in the game, but there she is. If she appeared in the game, we eventually got that form in Smash as like an alt costume. And yeah, it goes into details of even like the little side character, her. Like it goes into Ilya, and then it goes into like little characters like that you just find all over the place. These guys, the guy that makes bombs. Other side characters, villagers. It goes into a lot of depth. So I love this book, and it's great. I love just opening up from time to time just to look at things. So yeah, that's the Hyrule story, guys.
Yeah, so if you're big into Zelda, I would probably recommend this book. I hadn't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to thumbing through that if I ever get the chance. And yeah, join us next time for more stuff, and stay cool.